I wouldn't be here today were it not for a group of boys who remembered to say thank you. In Jewish homes, after we eat bread, we thank God for the food. The source for grace after meals is in the words V'achalta v'sabata uveirachta. You should eat, be satisfied, and thank God for the good land to which He has brought you. This is really puzzling, because after all, we're thanking God for the food, and yet we were the ones who ploughed, who planted, who reaped, who ground it up, who made that bread. Why thank God? And also thanking Him for the land. We were the ones who picked up sword and spear and had to fight to come and inherit that land. We are Jews, but what does it mean to be a Jew? The Hebrew word for Jew is Yehudi, which means to recognize the source of the blessing. Once we recognize the source of the good, the next step is to put that into action, either by saying thank you or by doing an action. I wouldn't be here today were it not for some boys who recognized the source of good and put that into action. My grandmother Sybil grew up in Germany before the Second World War. She was sent away at the age of 17 to a city called Würzburg, where she would study at a seminar. She was halfway through her studies when Kristallnacht happened. That evening, she went to sit with two old ladies and hold their hands while people came into their flat and destroyed and caused carnage. When she got back to the seminar, she was shocked to find that all the boys studying there had been taken off to prison by the SS. She noticed that all their coats had been left behind, and it was November, it was freezing. Taking handfuls of these coats, she marched into the lion's den, into the SS headquarters, and demanded in her perfect German that they be given to the boys. Astonishingly, they did give the boys their coats. These boys never forgot that small act of kindness. And she went back home. She got a message a few months later. These boys had miraculously got a visa to go to England, and they promised that when they got to England, they would leave no stone unturned until they managed to find one visa for her too to join them in England. When she arrived in England, she was penniless. She had nothing but the shirt on her back, and she couldn't even speak the language. Finding out that Jews lived in Golders Green, she made her way there. She was walking down the street with her small valise when who should she meet but the same two old ladies that she helped on Kristallnacht and invited her to stay in their tiny accommodation. Both those boys and those ladies saved my grandmother's life through this act of recognition and putting that recognition into action. I am here today to say thank you to them. Be great, be a giver, recognize the good, and return the favor. Shabbat Shalom.